Ever feel like you're failing as a parent? Even when you're doing everything you can, you work hard, you show up, you sacrifice, but late at night, you still wonder, am I enough? I've had that thought too many times, especially as a single dad raising two little girls. And today, I'm gonna walk you through the mental battles that we don't ever talk about and what helped me finally feel like I was able to do okay again. My name is Tony, I'm a single dad, and this channel is where I document the truth about parenting, growth, and showing up when life feels heavy. And if you ever felt like you're not doing enough, this video is for you. I lived through this, and what I share here might change how you see yourself as a parent, because it changed how I saw myself too. There's a question that sneaks in, even when the house is quiet, one that hits hard, even when everything looks fine from the outside. Am I failing as a parent? That thought creeps in more than I admit. There are days where I feel like I'm not giving them everything they need. Not because I don't love them, but because I'm just juggling so much different things. I'm trying to build a career. I'm trying to build this YouTube channel. I'm working on side hustles, all the while making sure they're fed, safe, loved, and growing into good humans. The crazy part is they're right here, right next to me. But I still feel like distance sometimes, like I'm physically present, but mentally pulled in 100 different directions. And even though I'm doing my best, there's this voice that says you're not doing enough. The voice continues that you're missing something, you should be doing more. It's exhausting because no matter how much I check off the list, it never feels like I'm ahead. And nobody really talks about that, especially dads. But here's what I realized. If you're asking yourself this question, it means you care deeply. And caring that much is already proof that you're not failing. But what happens if that care turns into guilt? The kind that sticks with you even on your best days. Even when things are going well, guilt still finds a way to show up. It hides in the quiet moments, and sometimes it just hits out of nowhere. I could be having a good day, the girls are laughing, and the house is in a mess, and I've even knocked out some stuff at work. Then one little thing happens, and guilt just takes over. Like the other day, my daughter was trying to show me a drawing, but I was just knee deep in work. I had stuff to do. I gave her that quick word, "Oh, that's nice," without even looking at her. And then she walked away quietly. And right then, something that small, it hit me. I wasn't really there and present. That guilt sat with me the rest of the night. It's like that small voice inside just waits for the moment to remind you that you just messed up. Even though you've done 100 things right, it zooms in on the one thing you didn't do. And when you're ambitious like me, it gets worse. You expect more from yourself. You want to be the provider, the protector, the teacher, and the role model. You want to be the rock. And when you crack, even just a little bit, it feels like you let everyone down. It's a side effect of just having high standard, but it's proof that you're not doing it wrong though. Then another challenge, the guilt gets heavier when we start comparing ourselves to other families, especially the ones that look like they got it all figured out. So we're not just battling guilt, we're also battling comparison. There are days where I open up YouTube just to take a little break, just to scroll a little bit, watch something light, but then the YouTube algorithm knows exactly what to show me. A smiling mom and dad, two kids, backyard barbecue, they're laughing, there's like unity involved, and suddenly, I'm not just watching a video, I'm comparing, thinking about what I don't have, what my daughters don't have. And originally, I really tried to turn it into fuel or inspiration, and I tell myself like one day I'm gonna have that again, I'm gonna find that right partner and we're gonna build something again. But still, there's that pause, that tight feeling in the chest that says, why couldn't I make this work before? Did I mess everything up for them? Even after school events, I feel it. I'm there, front row, just cheering them on. But then when I look around and I see other families together, and I wonder if my daughter noticed that too, if they feel that gap too, it's really hard to not let it get to you. Not to feel like you're always one step behind what a complete family was supposed to be like. But here's what snapped me out of that mindset. Your kids, they don't compare like we do. They remember who shows up for them. If this is speaking to you, hit that like button and subscribe, because if it helped you feel understood, it will help other parents too. So thank you for that. Now let's talk about the mental warfare most of us never say out loud. There's a fight most parents are in right now. It's not the dishes piling up. It's not the bills. It's the voice in your own head. The one that says, you're behind. You should be more patient. You should have it figured out by now. And that voice is ruthless, especially when you're trying to juggle parenting and personal growth. So for me, it usually hits after a long day of work. I've worked, I've fed the kids, I've helped with homework, and just as I sit down, it whispers, You didn't do enough, Tony. Even when I'm giving it 100%, my mind finds a way to poke holes in it. It's really wild. And the more ambitious you are, the louder that voice gets. I always feel like I'm chasing more progress, more results, more wins. But chasing more all the time doesn't mean you actually feel like you arrived. That kind of pressure builds up fast. There were times I burnt myself out trying to be everything. I wanted to be the strong dad, the focused dad, the provider, the dream chaser, and all of it made me feel like I was coming up short because I couldn't give it 100% to every single role. You start thinking maybe you're not cut out for it. Maybe you're dropping the ball. Maybe this version of success just isn't meant for you. But here's what I've learned. That voice, it lies. You are doing enough. You just don't get to hear it from yourself unless you slow down and take a real look. And for me, that moment of clarity came when I started journaling. It gave me the space to think, reflect, and finally just feel proud again. That one habit has changed how I saw myself as a parent. It didn't cost money, it didn't take much time, and it gave me back my peace. I started journaling, not every day, not some long emotional thing, just a few honest notes at the end of the day. Just my wins, my mistakes, things I wanted to remember, things I never want to repeat again. And something crazy happened. I stopped feeling like I was failing. Because when you write it all down, you realize how much you actually do. You remember moments like the Father's Day card my daughter gave me. She laminated herself. On the Father's Day card, it asked her what her favorite thing was about me. And she just wrote the word everything. Yep, the word everything. How cool is that? How heartwarming is that? That one word just it crushed all the doubts in the best way possible. And it reminded me that the kids don't see all the little things we think we mess up with. They see the big picture, the love, the effort, the presence. Journaling also helped me spot patterns. I saw what days made me feel proud and what days drained me. And most importantly, why. It helped me make better decisions, gave me more control. It took the pressure off my brain because by journaling, I was putting everything on there. I stopped chasing perfection and just started tracking more about consistency. Was I present today? Did I show love? Did I take care of my responsibilities? That became my scorecard. Not whether I check every box of some imaginary list. And once I changed how I measure success, I finally started sleeping better because I knew I was showing up where it mattered most. And the truth is, if you're showing up like that, you're not alone. You're part of the quiet army of parents doing the hard work in silence. Most people will never see what you carry, but your kids do. And that's who matters the most. You wake up early, you handle the school drop off, you work all day, you cook, clean, and listen to them. You show up. You do all of this while managing the pressure in your own head. And somehow, you still feel like it's not enough. The world always doesn't give dads credit, especially the ones raising the kids on their own. There's no applause. There's no spotlight. Sometimes it feels like your effort just disappears the second the day ends. But your kid notices. They remember. They feel it. They know who's there. Who keeps the promises? Who sacrificed? And look, I'm not perfect, right? I mess up. I lose patience. I forget things, but I never stop showing up. And I know if you're watching this, you don't either. The pressure, the loneliness, the noise in the head, you deal with all of it. And still, you give your best. That's not failure. That's leadership. You're leading them. And every day you do that, even when it's messy, you win. You're fighting a battle most people would never understand and still show up. So thank you for watching. My name is Tony. Leave a comment below. When did you feel like a bad parent or you weren't doing enough? Watch this next video right here to see more videos just like this one.